Let's look at this set. During a particular month, Ramu, a food critic, visited exactly 7 restaurants, A through G, and ranked the 7 restaurants from 1 to 7 such that a numerically lower rank is considered better than a numerically higher rank. This is a standard instruction. Rank 1 is better than rank 2 is better than rank 3. He visited at most 1 restaurant on any day of the month. Okay. He visited the restaurants ranked 2nd, 3rd, and 6th on Mondays. He visited the restaurants ranked 1st and 5th on Fridays, and he visited the restaurants ranked 4th and 7th on Saturdays. So we pretty much have the day on which every rank was visited on. So you should record that straight away. 2nd, 3rd, and 6th on Mondays. So this is on Monday, this is on Monday, and this is on Monday. Restaurant rank 1st and 5th on Fridays. So this is on Friday, and this is on Friday. You visited the restaurant rank 4th and 7th on Saturdays. This is on Saturday, and this is on Saturday. Okay. Next, C, which he did not visit on a Saturday. So C was not visited on a Saturday. C, which he did not visit on Saturday, was ranked worse than B. Okay, so we have B is going to be ranked somewhere higher than C. The day of the week on which he visited F was not the same day as the day of the week on which he visited D. F and D not same day. Okay. D was ranked worse than A, and he did not visit D on a Monday. So no D, no D, and no D, and D was ranked worse than A. So we also have this information. A is ranked higher than D. Okay. 3 restaurants were ranked better than E, but worse than G. So G blank, 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 E. This is how they will get ranked. But he did not visit these 2 restaurants on the same day. Now see, given that this information about G and E pretty much gives us five spots. Can I say the spots can either be 1 and 5, or 2 and 6, or 3 and 7? Now look at day 1 and 5. Day of the week is same, but we were told E and G were not visited on the same day. So this case is ruled out. How about 2 and 6? Both are on Monday. So this case is also ruled out. How about 3 and 7? Monday and Saturday. Yes, this is the only possibility. So G has to come here. E has to come here. G has to come here, and E has to come here. This is also done. Next, he did not visit A on a Monday. So you cannot have A here. This spot A cannot come, although it is redundant now. Already I have everything, and A cannot come here. And A was ranked worse than F. About A, I already know it is ranked better than D, but A was also ranked worse than F. This also I have identified. So FAD and BC, these 2 pieces of information I have. Now see, out of the remaining 5 spots, who can come at the last spot? If you only look at this information, either D will come at the last spot or C will come at the last spot. F, A, and B have some people ranked lower than them, so they cannot come at the last available spot. So it has to be D or C. But I also see D is not present. D is not present on day 6. So the only person who can come, who can be ranked 6, the only restaurant that can be ranked 6 has to be C. Okay. Now, A has to come at a spot so that A, out of the 4 remaining spots, rank 1, rank 2, rank 4, and rank 5, A has to come somewhere such that there is at least 1 spot above it left, and such that there is at least 1 spot below it left. Because we need space for F, we also need space for D. Can A come on spot 1? No. No spot above it is there. Can A come on rank 2? No, because A was not on Monday. Can A come on spot 4? Yes. Can A come on spot 5? No, because there is no spot under it left. So A has to necessarily be here. And if A has to necessarily be here and D is supposed to be ranked lower than A, then D has to be here. Additionally, we are told F and D were not on the same day. D is on a Friday. So F cannot be ranked first on a Friday. F has to be here. And the only restaurant left has to be B. And now we finally have the precise ranking for all the 7 restaurants and the days of the week in which they were visited. Okay, we can get rid of all this hoopla around it. Let us get to individual questions. First one, how many restaurants were ranked better than C? C was ranked as 6, so there are 5 restaurants better than C. Select the correct alternative from the given choices. Which of the following restaurant is ranked better than G? Better than G, I have B and F both. Because both B and F are present in the options, the correct choice will be option D, more than one of the above. Next, the ranks of any 2 restaurants that Ramu visited consecutively differed by more than one. Okay, so 2 consecutive numbers would not be visited one after the other. Also, he visited the first restaurant on a Monday and visited a restaurant on every Friday, Saturday, and Monday that followed until he visited all 7 restaurants. Okay, so his visits will go Monday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. This is how his visits will go. This is separate from the original working that we have done. This is how his visits would go. Cool. Which of the following can be the number of restaurants that Ramu visited before visiting A? Okay. Right now, if he visits on a Monday, it can either be rank 2 or rank 3 or rank 6. On Friday, it can either be rank 1 or rank 5. On Saturday, it can either be rank 4 or rank 7. And 2, 3, 6, 1 or 5, 4 or 7, and 2, 3, 6. So now working wise, see what we have to do. We have to come up with an acceptable order. We have to come up with an acceptable order such that this condition is met. The ranks of any 2 restaurants that Ramu visits consecutively differed by more than 1. So let me start off with I don't know where to create space. I will do it here. Let's say Monday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. So if I take 2 on the first day, if I take 2 I'm checking first day. As soon as I do that, for the next visit, he cannot go to 1, they would be consecutive. So he has to go to 5. And as soon as one Friday is fixed as 5, the other Friday is fixed as 1. Okay. Similarly, as soon as 5 is fixed on Friday, the next Saturday cannot have 4. It has to be 7. And as soon as a 7 is fixed here, the other Saturday is fixed as 4. Now the only 2 spots left are 2, 3, 6. 2 is gone. After 4, I cannot have 3. After 4, I cannot have 3. So this would have to be 6. And the only rank left is 3. One possible arrangement that could be generated is done. Now within this arrangement, let us also go ahead and write down the names of the restaurants that have this. So F, D, E, G, B, A, and finally C. This is one possible arrangement in which he could have gone. But remember, this is just a case that we have created. This is not necessarily the only case that exists. We have to check for other cases. Let us check for other cases. Monday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. This time I'll start with 3. If I start with 3, the good thing or the bad thing, whatever you choose to call it, this does not give me what happens on the next day because 1 and 5 both would be acceptable. So I'd have to make two cases, 3-1 and 3-5. 3-1 and 3-5. As soon as the Friday date is identified, this has to be 5, this has to be 1, this has to be 5, this has to be 1. Now for this column again, for the first column again, between 4 and 7, identifying will be a problem. We don't know what would come in 4 or 7. What would come would be a problem. But for the second one, we can perhaps complete the second one. We know after 3, 5, 4 cannot come. So this would have to be 7. And this would have to be 4. Okay. Now, look at this spot. The two available options are 2 or 6. The two available options are 2 or 6. If 6 comes, 7, 6 would become consecutive. If 2 comes, 1, 2 would become consecutive, which makes this case untenable or unacceptable. So I'm getting rid of it. But coming to the case on the left, after I have 3 and 1 identified, I have 5 identified here. If I have 5 identified here, in the next spot, 4 or 7 has to come. But 4 cannot come. 5, 4 would be consecutive. So let's put 7 here. Let's put 4 here. This is done. Absolutely wonderful. Now, in this spot, you can have either 2 or 6. If I put 6, 6 and 5 would become consecutive. So that is impossible. So I'd have to put 2. But the challenge is, now if I put a 6 here, 7 and 6 become consecutive. We have looked at all exhaustive cases. Where I start off with 3, but I'm unable to find a single acceptable case. So the first restaurant visited cannot be the one that is ranked 3. We have to get rid of it. Now the third case, I put 2 in the beginning. I put 3 in the beginning. The last case would be when I start off with 6 in the beginning. As soon as I put 6 in the beginning, 5 cannot come in the next spot. 1 would have to come. As soon as 1 comes here, 5 comes here. As soon as 5 comes here, 4 cannot come in the next spot. So 7 would have to come. As soon as 7 comes here, 4 comes here. Now the options left for us are 2 or 3 for this Monday, because 6 is already used up. Either 2 or 3. I cannot have 3 because 4 and 3 would be consecutive. So this would have to be 2. This would have to be 3. And now all conditions are met. No 2 consecutive restaurants visited have been ranked consecutively. Let us go ahead and find out the names of the restaurants also. C, D, A, F, D, E, and G. And this is the exhaustive list. These are the 2 ways in which he could have visited the restaurants. Now, the final question was, which of the following can be the number of restaurants that Ramu visited before visiting it? In this case, there are 2 restaurants that he is visiting before visiting it. In this case, there are 5 restaurants that he is visiting before visiting it. 2 and 5 are both present in options. So the correct answer has to be option D, more than one of the above. Okay. Next question. The ranks of any 2 restaurants that Ramu visits consecutively differed by more than 1. It is pretty much the same instruction that we had the last time. Also, he visited the first restaurant on a Monday and visited the restaurant on every Friday, Saturday, and Monday that followed until he visited all the 7 restaurants. What is the difference between the ranks of the restaurant that he visited first and A? Now, a very throwaway solution here would be, because there are 2 cases, answer has to be cannot be done. But pay attention. The rank here is 4. The rank here is 2. 4 minus 2, you get a difference of 2. Rank here is 4. Rank here is 6. The difference between them is 2. In either case, regardless of which case you take, the difference between the ranks of the restaurant that he visited first and A remains 2 in either case. And therefore, the correct answer to this question has to be option B. And that is the entirety of the set. Here you simply had to take care of instructions one after the other. As long as you did that, this should fall into place. That will be all for this set.